Welcome back to the channel. I'm Tom from Fate Farms, and you can see I'm doing a little bit different method than most people do. They cut them, drop them on the ground, and re-pick them up. I'm always looking for ways to save my back because it's just, you know, you only get one of them, so they always say try to take care of them. But when you do this much work, you just tend to wear out your body. So what I'm doing here is dicing these up into this bucket, and then if you can skip a few steps here and there to save your back from picking these rounds up off the ground. So what I'm doing is splitting all this into this bucket, and then I'm going to take it over there and then lift it and then slide it right over onto the wood splitter. And you know, coming up soon here, we talked about we're going to be switching the direction of the channel, and it's going to be more into building and stuff. We're starting to build that building. I was hauling in loads of aggregate and stuff today, so stick around. If these tips can help someone out, if you have any type of tractor with a backhoe, bucket, front end, or whatnot, I mean, it's crazy not to do this to keep from doing double work. So stick around. It goes without saying, I came real close to hitting that bucket with a chain, but you obviously got to know your limits, make sure you don't go down too far, hit the bucket. But you can see I picked this up with a machine. Very grateful for all the equipment. You know, this comes with my industry of work that I have a lot of this in my leisure. So I understand not a lot of people have excavators and stuff, but a lot of people have little tractors with front buckets. I mean, if you have any type of land, it's so useful. If you don't, really look into it, because you can finance them for next to nothing. So, but instead of cutting this and then picking it back up, now I'm just gonna take this stuff and throw a few more that are laying around on the ground. I'm gonna take it in here and I'll show you how I have an elevated wood station here. So it's minimizing all the bending over. You know, it's just, me personally, it's helped me. So it doesn't work for everybody, but I'm going to show you what we got going on inside here in a minute. So I brought the backhoe, was out there by the excavator, backed it in here. You could see there's two IBC totes. I have them set up so whenever I cut and split, got the 4-way splitter on, pushes right through here. So what I do is take these rounds, load them from there to there on the log lift table. This goes up and down. So I'll stack about 5 or 6 on there, roll them across, split them. When they get full, I grab the TrackSkidSteer with forks and then just keep replenishing them. So, you know, most guys that don't have this kind of equipment do get elevators, and then they split into a elevator or a conveyor, and then they go up and then drop it into IBC totes. So by doing all this, I'm eliminating, you know, the need for a conveyor. But I thought if I could find one cheap, I'd get one and set up a permanent station over there in the corner for right now. But I'm going to do a few examples here of how this works out for me. So what I'll do is do a side-to-side transfer instead of picking it over. Just set them here. Well guys, there you have it. One pretty full bucket from a backhoe, elevated over to my table over here, cut, split down into these baskets. So there's a little bit of wood in there before I started, but I'd say that one backhoe bucket produced probably about 1/3 of a quart. So, because you can see how full these totes are now. If you are operating with totes, you can do this same thing because you need a machine to move totes. I think a full tote is like somewhere around 1,200–1,300 pounds. So there's no way you're operating without a machine if you have a tote system. So use a front bucket, cut into the bucket, build yourself an elevated platform, and eliminate your needs of a conveyor belt. I'm not gonna say I'll never end up with one, but I'm not paying top dollar for one. I keep looking for good deals. So if I find a good deal, you will see one on the channel someday, but I refuse to pay $10,000, $8,000. I found a few cheap ones for $3 or $4 grand, but you know, it's all about cost averaging and profit. So can't spend $10,000. It takes a lot of wood to sell to make up for that lost cost and the investment in the equipment. So like always, we appreciate you watching and take care. See you on the next one.